How did you do?
Good. That was actually perfect. I finished my chapter right as the timer ended.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I am trying to decide if I want to get, I know it's like very late, so it won't arrive on time, but I'm trying to decide if I want to get my mom a funny or just like a pretty Mother's Day gift.
What are the two options?
Okay, well, like, those like light up roses or whatever that I don't know how to explain. They look magical, basically, and they're like on their glass thing. And I thought, and my mom likes pretty things, and I thought that could be cool. Um, but also, I feel like there are tons of like kitchen gadgets and stuff that I could get
Mhm.
her, and I
Yeah.
think she'd like some of them. But I don't know which one. Like there are ones that are also slightly funny. Like there's one that's basically a silicone witch, and you put it on the end of a pot or something, and so it looks like she's riding a broom, but it
Yeah.
like releases steam or something. And then there are more ones where it's just like, no, it's like useful, like a thing to put a dirty spoon or something.
Yeah. My mom's birthday is April 30th, so I always have to come up with two ideas, one for her birthday and one for Mother's Day, and get them like at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I used to just do one, and then as I've gotten older, I've like split them up. But half the time, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely put like I'm always like I love one gift more than the other because it's mostly just like a budget thing where it's like
Yeah.
then sometimes it'll come and I'll be like, "Oh, I like this gift more. I should probably give it on her birthday, which is May 5th." But like sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to save this for her Mother's Day gift, and then it becomes like,
Oh
which
my
one do I
gosh.
get first?
So her birthday's even closer to Mother's Day.
Yes, yeah. So,
The
um,
boys made me cry yesterday because they brought home their Mother's Day stuff that they made at school. And
Oh.
Jason made a giant card that says, "You are fan cactus," and it's a cactus.
no, that's so cute.
And they have them make this thing. It's like, "My mom is." And it's like, and it made me cry. It was like, "My mom is fun. My mom's favorite color is pink. My mom makes the best spaghetti." Yo, I don't know how to cook. Okay. I just put the pot and then I get a jar. And once I was out of spaghetti
They
house,
don't know that. They don't need to know that.
oh no, they know.
If
But
they
they
say
still
you make the best, then you make the best.
Then it's the best.
right. And then the one that made me cry was he was like, "My mom's," it was like, "What's your mom really good at? Keeping us safe." Which I was just like,
Oh,
"Oh my god, I can't even." Like, there like I was just like, "Oh my god." So like when moms are like, "Oh, we don't need stuff, we just need cards," literally, like we just need a card.
Oh my
Although when
gosh.
they're older, I probably want the stuff, but like right now when they're cute and they're little,
yeah.
and he brought home like an envelope of there's seeds in there. I know that it's supposed to be flowers. I don't know how to plant flowers, but he was convinced that they're butterflies. That I'm going to that I need soil and it's going to turn into butterflies, but like I don't understand.
Maybe their teacher said it had milkweed in it or something and it would attract butterflies?
That's what I'm thinking. Or is there a flower that looks like a butterfly?
Yeah.
Could
Would
be.
you say?
I think that makes more sense. That
Yeah.
it attract than it turning into butter. We haven't transfiguration is not a real
Right? So I
thing.
do know at school they are learning about butterflies and they have like a larva and it turned into a cat and they're watching the progression of like the thing like becoming a butterfly. So I think in his just adorable little 9-year-old brain, he's mixing the two things up together.
Mm.
But we're gonna find out. There is either flower seeds or he brought me home like larva that has now died in an envelope. One of the two. I
Oh,
guess I'll find out tomorrow because I'm not allowed to open it until then.
that's really cute.
It's very sweet. And I was here when the sprint came back. So I got set up. I have my keyboard and I have my mouse. Only this is not a mouse. I don't know where the.
Uh-oh.
So I just have like the trackpad. But while you guys were talking, I was trying to come back and I'm shouting like I'm here. Like you can hear me because it was muted. I couldn't get it back over from the other screen. Like I'm trying to like move my mouse back over with my finger and it just wasn't happening.
Time for a new mouse.
or a new battery in the mouse, depending on what type of mouse it is.
No, I just need to find the actual. This is the top that goes on top of it, and like the mouse itself is. I don't know. I asked Jason if he knew what 99% sure he's the one that took it, and he can't remember.
Super helpful.
Yeah. Who knows why they had to take it apart in the first place?
I mean, the three of us all have ADHD, okay? And then it manifests very similarly. So, like, ask anything about, I mean, you can ask these because they can tell you the first person we ever, like, delivered DoorDash to 2 years ago, what their name was and where we went in Portland. But if you ask any of us, any three of us, where either pair of my keys are, and nobody knows where they are.
Of course.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Are these one of those necklaces where you like shine a light through it and it has all the different things in languages?
Oh, that's cute.
What's it say though, is what I'm trying to find out. Because there are ones that say like I love you and other ones that say, okay, yeah, it just says I love you. Okay.
That's sweet. So wait, you shine a light in it and it.
Yeah, and it has like all these different languages saying the same thing. Because the only reason it's coming up is that like it's in a jewelry box that comes with a preserved flower.
Oh.
And that's what caught my attention. I think my mom would like that. I think she would appreciate that more than a very funny candle that says, oh, look, where it says mom's last nerve. Oh, look, it's on fire.
Oh, I love those. Yes. I love those.
And like, it's a scent that she would like, but I don't know how strong the scent is from this thing. So maybe I'll do the necklace.
It wasn't a Mother's Day thing, but before I moved, I bought my best friend a candle, and it says, I think it says something like, our friendship is like this candle, forget me and I'll burn your house down.
Wow. Okay. A little dangerful.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. If you forget a candle, it will burn your house down.
No, the candle was obvious. I meant the friendship.
Just a little mischievous.
It was just silly. I'm not actually going to burn her house down. Cough, cough. It's a good thing she will never forget me, though, because
otherwise you'd burn her house down.
Pretty much, yes. No, I'm joking. I have to be careful. She watches every single stream we do, so.
Oh, awesome. Hello. Thank you for being here.
If she can't do it live, she watches the replays, so, because she's a good bestie.
Oh. That's so nice.
She's sweet.
Yeah. Let's see. Contemplating a cup of tea. Found that salted caramel by Bigelow, and it's calling my name. Cool.
Such a good tea.
Yeah.
That is such a good tea.
Ate breakfast and got 269 words for that sprint. Awesome. Honestly, my Mother's Day gift was buying a bunch of things from Bath and Body Works, which showed up yesterday. Realized it is Saturday, so the store is closed at 6 p.m. So I am on my way to the store, but still listening. Awesome. Thank you. When you get a mouse, you might get a lockbox. Yeah, but then you won't be able to find the key to the lockbox.
That's the thing.
Hello. Hi. Let me share the Forest Room code for the next thing. I could probably drink tea, but seeing your comment, Regina, actually made me think of the salted caramel hot chocolate I have.
Ooh.
And I would like some of that now. So that will be happening during the No, I want tea in my coffee. This is how crazy I am. I will make tea and then do like half tea and like half coffee.
Whoa. I think you're an innovator. Is actually
living on the edge of the future.
It's just because one of my favorite drinks when I go out to get stuff is a dirty chai, but
true.
This is like the I'm trying to save money, so making it at home version.
No, I mean, I think that's great. I think there are a lot of drinks that people are like, oh, it's so great when you're out. And it's like, yeah, and you could do it by
Mhm.
yourself as well, and probably healthier and for less money. And then people are like, no. And I'm like, well, you said you like, I don't know, like where you could customize it the most or whatever. I just don't happen to like coffee. So like I wouldn't do that. But if I did, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be combining those left and right. If
I figured out how to make like my version of the pink drink, which I know it's not exactly the same, but personally, I think it tastes just as good. And Rusty and I broke down the cost the other day to buy every single thing, the tea, the coconut milk, like everything. It would cost me just under $12, and it's just under $6 for one of the drinks at Starbucks.
Wow.
And so it was, you get like, there's a specific like passion fruit tea, but I didn't want to buy anything else. And I have this like, I think it's a positive energy tangerine tea. Because honestly, once you put the powder in, you can't taste the tea anyways. But the tea has caffeine. And so I brew the tea, and then I do like half of the cup. I fill it with ice. I do half of the cup with the tea, and then the rest with water. We do about this much at the top with water, and then you get one of those like energy flavor powder things.
Whoa.
And it's supposed to be strawberry, but my store was out, so mine is dragon fruit, but it's supposed to be strawberry. You pour that in there, and then a third cup of the not like the coconut milk that you get like in the cans, but you can get where like the almond milk and stuff is. I
Yeah.
do the vanilla coconut milk. A cup has only 80 calories, and I do a third cup. And that's so you pour that in there, and then you stir it all up. The whole thing is like under 40 calories for a whole big thing, whereas the Starbucks version is 200 calories. It tastes so good. It tastes
I
so
love
good.
anything with coconut milk in it. Like immediate yes for me.
It's so good. Oh,
I've been trying to stop drinking coffee in the mornings and trying to get like off of caffeine as much as possible for like the past, I don't even know how long, maybe like a year and a half, because I keep like falling off the wagon. So, and I don't even know how well I'm really doing when I've really just switched to having tea in the mornings, and that's still caffeine in the mornings, but
I can't function without it. Plus, it's like it's my comfort too. So
yeah.
I had to do a job interview. I told Sarah this last time. I don't remember if it was on or off the stream, but so at my job, my department is going away, but I still have a job. But there was
Okay.
other roles that they were like, okay, so we put everybody here, but there's all these other opportunities. If you want one of these, you have to apply and re-interview for the same position I had in a different department. So I had to sit down with the interview. I'm already nervous enough because interviews suck.
Yeah.
Interviewing for the job you basically already have is another level of stress. And I'm
you
weird.
told me this off stream. Yes,
I did. Okay. But it's another level of stress. And I'm just a weirdo. Okay. And so you mix all these things together and they're like, tell me something that we wouldn't find on your resume. And I'm like,
What?
you're like my intro and I do for my students. So I was like I like coffee, but not just like a normal person likes coffee. I am coffee. And they laughed.
Yeah.
I also did my interview in front of my book clock. So then they asked me questions about my clock, and then we got to like work stuff. So hopefully I should find out next week.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But I mean the other role is fine. But yeah, it was just like all of these things. And then I'm like, I haven't interviewed in 2 years. I'm so stressed. You want to know about me? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't interviewed since 2016. So if I had to do a job interview, I would be so nervous.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was really awkward. And like my sister's like, oh, you'll be fine. You got the job once before. I'm like, yeah, but like this is just weird. I don't know. Like, what do you
It's
say?
a weird situation to begin with, I will say. Like when you told me it, I was like, wait, can you repeat your what? And you had to explain it to me. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's like it makes sense when you look at it from a logical standpoint and you take emotion out of it, it makes sense, right? Because my entire
from their end, it totally makes sense. But as the person who's having to like re-interview for the job you basically already have,
exactly.
it's very like emotionally and even like logically bizarre, where you're like, you have to convince your mind that like you have to interview as if you don't have this job, but you technically already have the job, but now you get it again to keep the job. And it's just like a lot of weird mental gymnastics.
It was really strange. There was one point though where they were like, you know how they're always like, oh, tell me about a time when X, Y, and Z type thing. And usually you're going into an interview with people that know nothing about the job that you previously did and trying to explain it in a way. But this one was like, oh, I have a perfect example that happened 20 minutes ago because I'm technically still on the clock. Like, we're doing this in the middle of my workday. You guys are paying me to do this interview right now. I didn't bring up that part. Like, I'm literally working. So I'm like, oh, I have a perfect example that was in my inbox that I'm literally dealing with right now. And so I was able to explain it. And it's like so weird too when you're trying to explain a situation to people that literally understand it because they are going to be your bosses. And they're just on the other department, like adjacent to what you are in. It's so weird, but fingers crossed. I'm feeling hopeful because in the beginning, I wasn't sure because there was 17 of us that were in the position that I'm in. And I know of quite a few that don't want to stay in the position we have, that want to make the lateral move. A couple people quit. And a couple people have applied for leadership positions. So like that 17 number is dwindling so much that I think there just might be just enough space to just.
Yeah.
Good. But anyways, the point of all of that was just that I'm weird and I like coffee.
If it works.
Yeah.
I do want to take the moment to say that there is a giveaway running for an signed but also annotated copy of The Least Winner by the author, Samantha Tronfeld. It is up on Goodreads. I will drop the link in the chat. And then once I do, I think we should get started on our next sprint. I wound up getting my mom a candle with a scent that I know that she likes because the person who makes the candles on Etsy also has Mother's Day things, and you can either do a custom one or like one of the funny ones that she already does. And I've gotten my mom a candle from this woman before. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give my mom a headache. It's going to arrive a little bit late already. So you know what? Might as well go with a gift that I know that she'll appreciate when it actually arrives.
Extend the holiday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm basically, it's a Mother's Day weekend because the kids already gave me the little flower things that they also made me the little flower thing, and there's a mother-son dance tonight.
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay. So they always do every year. I don't know like where you guys are, if that's a thing, but here and when I lived in Oregon, it was a thing where there's like the father-daughter dance around Valentine's Day. And I remember saying like, how come we never get a dance? And then there's the first time they've ever done it here. There's a mother-son dance in the next town over inside a casino. They like rented out the nightclub for like the 3 hours before the club opens. And the kids are going to wear little suits. And Jesse picked out a bow. He asked for a bow tie.
Oh, that's great. I hope you guys have a wonderful time.
Have $1 and buy the class.
Did you just say, can I have $1?
Yes. And yes. No, you cannot have $1. He has my phone to keep them quiet when we're on the sprint, and now he wants Robux.
Because I need an 88 actually, so I can buy the classic cars access. But it's 75 Robux. But I don't have enough because I have like
Jesse.
Sorry. Parenting.
At least they asked, okay? For the people that know, because I've been on your stream for a while, they understand.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful, but it's hilarious. It's very funny.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that's very funny. Let's start the sprint. Add that. Do this, and I'm going to make myself hot chocolate. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Got my hot chocolate, and I'm drinking from the Rightish color changing mug, which you can get at the Ko-fi page down below. How'd you both do?
I found my mouse.
Yay!
It was under the walking pad in my room. And so I didn't start writing. My goal for the weekend is I really want to write 5,000 words.
Woo!
But I also have 2 more like small assignments that were done for school. So I did like when you're doing classes online, you'll have like your assignment that you have to post to the discussion board, and then you have to reply to people. So I did my post. The first assignment was due Wednesday. This one was due last night, and I had to do my replies by tomorrow. So I thought I'm just going to get those done now, so that way I'm done. And I'm excited. This is the first class where I actually get to work on my story, because this class is all about research and world building.
Oh,
All the other assignments we've had to do like a flash fiction story, or my last one was really fun. We had to do like a short story, but we all had to use the same world. So it was like, this is the town, this is the environment. Like it was like, it took place on Black Cat Day, which is like a festival in this town where they celebrate black cats. But like there was like certain parameters and you had to write within that. But then from there you get to make up your own story.
that's cool.
Yeah, so mine was like, I have a thing where there's like a tradition where you go and you bake a treat for the person that you like, kind of like a Sadie Hawkins dance type thing, but like you go and you give the treat, and that's your way of saying like, I like you. And so these 2 girls are both trying to find the same boy, and then you find out that the other girl was actually not looking for the boy, she was looking for her. And then they give each other their treats and the little thing. It was really cute. Anyways, but it took me so far out of my story because I had to like work on this whole other thing for an entire month. And then I was like, okay, so this is like a struggle. And then I started this class and I was like, so you can work on anything you worked on in a previous class, a story you're working on outside of class. And I was like,
good. Yeah.
I get to do something that's related to what I actually want to do. And it's helping. It's like actually helping me like develop my world better. So, but yeah, so that's what I did.
Awesome.
It's on fire.
I kind of read over my notes since I'm starting on a new chapter now. I kind of read over my notes of what I need to fix in this chapter. And then I filmed a couple of vlog clips because I'm trying to vlog the end of this draft, which I'm trying really hard to finish by Monday. So since I'm under a little bit of a tight deadline, I thought I would try and just turn it into a video. So yeah, I mostly just talked to the camera for most of that, to be honest. But next sprint, writing mode.
When you are making notes for yourself, are you like just reading through and then making notes as they pop up, or are you specifically going through and being like, okay, I'm going to read for potholes and make notes on that?
Yes. Yeah.
Characters.
So I did a lot of revision prep before I actually started doing the revision. Yay, Nina. And so part of that was I had done beta readers before this, so I took all of their notes and put them into Campfire and like attached them to the chapters so that whenever I was ready to actually start working on it, I open a chapter and in the sidebar I have what the beta reader said about that specific chapter. So I was just kind of seeing like what the like pain points of this chapter are basically that I need to work on. Yeah.
Got it. Let's see. I was doing some admin work, like personal admin work, as in like working on my bullet journal. I've been lax.
Oh God, me too. Do you want to see what my May spread looks like right now?
Yeah.
That's a blank page.
I didn't fill in most of the 8th. I barely filled in anything for the 9th. I didn't make the 10th at all, and now we're on the 11th. So like I need to catch up. The thing was I was staying at my mom's because first of all, we have a family wedding next weekend. So we have family coming over, and we have family who's coming over, who my mom is like not a boarding house because like no one pays her or whatever, but like for our family or her friends to like come and visit the city.
Yeah.
And some people who visit don't like that like Riley lives there, and I'm like, screw yourself. Like she's our dog and she lives there, but because there are going to be so many people this time around, not just the people who like don't like the fact that a dog lives with us.
Weird.
They do have a thing called hotels and Airbnb, right?
I know. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I'm just bitter about it because
How dare you have a family dog? That's
yeah. Anyway, we have other families staying at my mom's place who do love Riley, but it's just going to be like too overwhelming, and especially because the events are like really late at night. My cousin is he's like 6 years older than me or whatever, so he's like, oh, things don't get started early in the day. Like all our events are like late at night, and my mom just didn't want to have to worry about like Riley didn't get her final walk, who like were and all these things. So Riley's going to be with the dog walker who also boards her when we need him to. So she was going to be away. And then also we had a family friend visiting from Boston who's like amazing, and I love spending time with him. So I just spent basically last week at my mom's so I can maximize time with both Riley before she went away and the family friend who is only temporarily staying. But that means the first thing to go is my bullet journal.
Yeah.
My favorite line. They love me. They only like, yeah. I have a sign on my wall. The dog, you know what? I might just make one in Canva, print it out, and like put it up in my mom's apartment. And then she'll say it. She'll be like, Zara. I'll be like, you didn't do it. I did. If someone gets mad, you can say that Zara did it. But
that is just like an attitude that like I just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you.
If you don't want to be in a place where a dog lives, don't be in that place.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to like say it in like a nice way because I don't know these people. These are your relatives or family friends or whatnot. But I just entitlement of like that kind of attitude is just like, how do you like my brain just can't get there. That's why there's hotels.
What also gets me more is that Riley doesn't shed. There's like no complaint about a dog that you can have about Riley, aside from the fact that, she barks if the doorbell rings.
Yeah.
And it's just very much like, they also had dogs.
So it's not like an allergy thing.
Weird.
No, and Riley's hypoallergenic anyway. So it's like all these things, and it's just like, just because you didn't like having a dog does not mean that like you can come into a place that has a dog and ignore the dog, doesn't even say hi, like doesn't allow her access to like her we have a pee pad for her in the bathroom on like in case there's like an emergency or it's pouring rain and she refuses to go out, like and so if you close that, you're going to make her have an accident somewhere, which will make you complain more, which is why we ask you to keep the door open.
Like the only way that I can possibly get to like, okay, maybe they're being like a thing is if there's an allergy and there's no other option or reason why they have to be, you know what I mean? Like if it's a situation where it's like,
none of those apply
and I have an allergy and I have respectfully said like, hey, I have this allergy. As you know, there's no other place for me to stay for this weekend or this whatever. Is there something that can be done? But then it's like the respectfulness of explaining. But just to be like, oh, you have a dog, so I'm going to be a jerk? That makes no sense to me. And I'm going to put you out more than I already have because I'm staying in your home and eating your food.
None of that applies.
Okay. People just...
Family, I do love them.
Yeah.
I have to remember that when I remember how they treat my dog though. Like they've never like pushed her or like shoved her or like like kind of maneuvered her with their legs or whatever to be like, get her out of the way. They've never done any of that, but it's just like the disrespect. No.
I just don't get it. Like, I struggle with, like you go to somebody's house or somebody that you're like so comfortable with, they're like, oh, just come on in, or like, oh, the door's unlocked, you can just walk. I'm like, I can't, I will stand there at the door and just let me
Yeah.
in. Like, I will knock and I will wait. I don't care if you text me, just come on in. Or if I do, I'm like tiptoeing in the house. Like, I just can't.
Well, it's like, so I made friends with someone in my building 2 years after having lived in the building. And I'm like, yeah, I finally have like an in-life person friend in like convenient for me to meet.
Yes.
But we'll text each other and we'll like, sometimes we hang out at her place, sometimes we hang out at mine. And, whenever it is, it'll be like, oh yeah, just like come in and we'll knock and we'll open the door. And then we wait for the other person to come in to say we can come in, even though we're both like, no, I said you could. And we're both like, yeah, but like, we still respect people's boundaries more than maybe people have respected ours. So like, we know that you've said that you can just come on in, but I'm still going to wait until you say that I can come in. And then we're good.
Yeah. That's great that you met someone in your building. I feel like making adult real life friends is so hard.
Oh, it is. We were talking about that a lot the first time we were talking about it. It was actually because my building has like a little bit of its own mini Facebook marketplace type of
Nice.
bulletin board. And I had just gotten like I'd gotten this keyboard because it's purple.
So pretty.
Clicky clacky.
Oh, it's so cute.
And so I was like, okay, I need to get rid of my old keyboard. I have some other tech things that like I don't need. Like, can I just try and sell them? And she had come down to buy one of the things, and then she showed me a picture of her dog, which lives with her family, not with her. And then, we were talking in the hallway for an hour, and we're like, we should trade phone numbers and like actually like hang out. So we've done that.
Oh, awesome.
I love that. I moved back to this small little town the size of a freaking toothpick with the idea of like, oh, I grew up here. I know people. I have friends that I talk to constantly. I've been here a year. I have friends I have not seen one time. We text. We were like, yeah, let's do something. Let's do writing sprints. Let's do X, Y, and Z. And it just doesn't happen because I don't know how to interact in human form.
No, I think me and my neighbor were both very much like, no, we need this. It makes us happy. And also like we can try and be accountability partners for each other on certain things. And so we're like, it is work in that we actually have to remember to like show up and hang out together. But once we do, like, it's so much fun. But we're like, no, we actually want this to work. And we'd like our moms to not be like, you need friends in real life.
Yeah.
I love that for you though. That's awesome.
Okay. 5. I'm sorry. Yes. It's great. She met Riley. She was rightfully obsessed with Riley. The only correct reaction to Riley. Okay. 5-7. Foxtrot Kilo. Hotel 2. Kilo Sierra Golf. Regina is okay. People are in the comments, and okay. So Regina going, "Oh, good grief! Who are those people?" He's just saying. So I tell them that they ain't like it. They could sleep somewhere else. Their choice. I'm tired. Yes, I understand. I understood that there, Jessica. Don't worry. And then Regina said, "To you, Amara, you work full time and you have 2 boys. Texting is fine."
Thank you. Thank you.
Francesca is watching through Amara's channel and said hi.
Hi, Francesca. Oh, that's cool. You can see who comes from that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I will say that if Anna had connected her YouTube, I would just say that it was a linked YouTube page, but since both of you start with A, it wouldn't tell me which of yours it was on. I would just know it wasn't on Inimitable's channels. Jessica saying, I'm very tired. I might call it here. My brain is fried. That is valid. Thank you for being here.
Take it easy.
Yes. Okay.
And Jessica, if it makes you feel any better, I've been on this sprint the whole time and my brain has clearly been fried since we started. So You're not the only one.
I gotten these candles from this new Etsy company because a lot of my writer friends under my pen name were getting other candles from this company. And I think I was like either very congested when I was burning the other two candles from them, or the scent is just stronger, but it's
Cute.
Persephone, pomegranate, acai, and raspberries, and it smells so nice.
Very cute.
There was a Zuko one, and it just wasn't like super strong like I had hoped. And then there's another one that's like, you'll understand why it was under my pen name, friends who were getting the candle. And it wasn't strong. Like, I don't like strong scents of flowery things, but like of fruits or like marshmallows or campfires or what, like all those, like the things that I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the allergy triggering floral.
Smell the candle. So I don't know. But this one smells nice.
I find I like stuff that just smells like, I don't like stuff that smells like spring. I like the stuff that you would smell during fall, and I just want that all year long.
Yeah, there are ones that do that. I like candles that make it smell like it's a smoothie of some sort.
Oh, that's nice.
Or, or like apparently my favorite candle scents are like edible. So like toasted marshmallow, or raspberries and pomegranate, or cotton candy, or even lemon, like citrusy things. Just
I never understood the obsession people have with the Dawn Power Wash, because I'm like, it's just a dish soap, and then I bought some, and oh my god, now I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
I also got a new dryer yesterday. Well, it new to me because my old dryer, like you had to shove a screwdriver in and then shove up just to get the door to stay closed, and that half the time didn't dry your clothes. So Rusty brought a dryer over yesterday, and like doing my laundry and doing my dishes yesterday made me so happy. But the scent that I got is apples. And so every time I go into my kitchen, it just smells like apples, and it's like apples and joy. It's lovely. And then I taught Jason how to do laundry, and he's doing laundry now. So
Excellent.
no,
parenting win.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have to fold it, but I mean, maybe I'll get Jesse to do that part.
Yeah.
Tag team it.
No, they need
make them into a team and also bribe them with Roblox.
Yeah, no, and like they understand that we have like a reward system, and they get points for doing certain chores, and at a certain point, like I can't be expected to do everything to run our house by myself, and if they want to do big boy things, they need to do big boy things.
Very wise.
I love that. Okay, let's start the sprint. Let's add our books on Goodreads. But I am actually going to update this and say like enter the Goodreads giveaway, because that is definitely more time sensitive. And too many tabs open. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How'd you do?
Good.
Awesome.
I made that drink and I did not write any words, but that's because I haven't worked on my book in a while because of the school stuff. So I just kind of read through where I had left off and made sure that where I thought I was is really where I am, and just made notes for things, because a lot of times like I'll be washing my dishes, thinking, driving a car, and I'll come up with ideas and I don't always like write them down, but I know they still like live in my brain. So I just kind of made a very brief kind of outline for the next chapter that I'm going into and the one that comes after it. And then I realized that I just have one chapter, and I'm not sure if it's going to be I don't know if the next scene needs to be its own chapter or within the same one, and just two different scenes within the same chapter, but either way I just have two more basically scenes to write, and then I get to be done with act 1. So I'm very excited.
Woo!
I didn't realize I was that far into it.
Oh my gosh.
Really exciting.
Like, because I go based on like my beat sheet, and then I just kind of do like rough outlines. Like my beat sheet is my main outline kind of, and then I just do like rough outlines as I go because I fill in so much of the story as I go. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm only like 2 scenes away from the debate. And then that's the end of Act 1. Oh my God, I didn't realize I was this far. So I'm really excited.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and I totally know what you mean about like half of writing is like re-triggering ideas that I had before but didn't put anywhere. But I know if I like get my mind into the same circumstances, it will come up with that idea again.
Right.
See, I always want to say that that's what's going to happen, and then my brain is like, well, we'll circle back if we choose to, but you cannot force it. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
What I really like about the fact that I don't overly outline though is that I have like ideas this whole time of just like how angry she is over the situation that happens. And then like as I'm writing, I'm like, am I an angry person? Or I'm just like really leaning into like her feminine rage, but like I'm wanting to write it in a way that's not just like the angry woman like scorned or whatever, but that's like I want to write her anger in a way that's like she's empowered by her anger a little bit. And I'm like really leaning into that. I'm like, I need to listen to really angry songs now.
Well, the thing is that I feel like people who are like have to ask themselves like, oh, am I angry? It's like, first of all, you're probably not allowed to be angry in your life, especially if you're in a female body, because our society sucks. So the fact that you're like really getting into it with the character is because this is a safe outlet for you to express anger.
Yeah.
And now like, if you're writing a story that's like based on yourself, then yes, it can be like almost like this is the exact type of anger I've had. Otherwise, if you're like writing a character who's gone through different things and you want to make sure that like, yes, you can get into the anger, but you don't want to project your stuff onto your character because then it feels a little bit out of place when reading, and then you're gonna have to deal with it in editing. But I don't think there's anything like if you're like, oh, am I an angry person? I think first of all that means you have like a lot more like self-awareness than the people who do have anger problems do.
Yes.
So it's like, I think you're fine, and I think you should like enjoy it and like go ham.
Right. Well, and like when there were certain things, and because I'm expanding on what I had written when it was a script, and this was a scene that I had written all the way back in 2020 when she was angry and she did this certain thing, and then as I'm expanding on it and writing it more into the novel, I'm like, yeah, no, but she should be angry, and like, how do I write that in a way that's not just like ridiculous, but that's like almost like I'm trying to like use it as a way of her expressing her anger is like unlocking something, because with her situation she always has to be this type of person that people perceive her to be, and she doesn't even know who she is. And now like she's thrashing things, and it's like in a like freeing way kind of, but she's also like breaking shit. So and sometimes you just need to break something.
Yeah. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, restrooms exist for a reason.
Okay, that is a bucket list item. And it's okay. So my neighbor friend and I, we have a bucket list of things going, and half of them are things that we're like, okay, we're just gonna wait until like you've gotten the rods out of your legs, because like they're more like, oh, we want to start like doing some sports together, like rollerblading, ice skating. I mean, we're not really ice skating right now. The weather's warming up the exact opposite time of in New York City. But like, you know, certain things. And she's like, yeah, do you want to just like wait on those? It's like, yes. But other things are just, we want to do them and we haven't done the research to see how we could do them. But break room is one of the things that are on there. Other things are like, oh, go to a museum, but break room's also 100% on there.
Oh, yeah. I want to own one. Like, I think that would be such a, like, I mean, and honestly, like, if you're going to, like, start a business, that seems like one that would be pretty easy. You just buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Break. I mean, I'm sure.
I think, you know what I think would also be cool would be if you owned a break room, though, you could also offer, like, if someone has gone through a breakup and they want to donate things to the break room, or not donate, like maybe you'd pay them something for it, but it would be like you'd get a lot of people volunteering stuff. And it's cathartic for the people getting rid of the objects and the people bringing the objects.
Oh my God. And then you could even have like a special like package where like, have you seen like when people go through a divorce and they like destroy their wedding dress? I wanted to burn my wedding dress when I went through my divorce, but my mom has it somewhere.
But then you're serving multiple people because you have like need to express the rage, but you might have people who are like, I don't want this shit. I'm not someone who like wants to destroy it myself.
Or even just something where it's like, hey, I'm moving, I can't take all my stuff. The Goodwill doesn't want it. Like, you want this.
And that like just helps people, but there could be like a special like, do you want to like get rid of this stuff? Like, here's an extra deal or something.
Mm-hmm. And then I just go in afterwards and just like sage the room for the next person.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, we've staged all the juju from this room. Now come and break closer. Oh my God, that's so much.
If you owned one of these businesses, I don't care. I would travel. I would be like, yeah, there are break rooms in New York City, and I'll definitely go to one. But I'll also like tell all my friends. Like,
I want to
we're going to Mara's break room.
Right? Oh my God, that would be so much. I just think, like, honestly, I feel like the most expensive part of that would probably be the insurance to make sure people.
Oh, yes, it's the insurance. It's absolutely the injury. You're gonna have to have glasses, like goggles, headgear, probably. Gloves, probably, because if you're breaking glasses and things like that, you don't want anyone to get caught with something. So you'd need like I was gonna say the gloves that firemen wear, but there probably has to be something that's like slightly less.
Probably not that far off, honestly.
Not that far off, but I feel like I don't know. I'm like people who do work in carpentry, like they probably have to be protected as well, and that's probably a slightly more affordable glove. I don't know why I think that. Look, they're probably going to be the exact same price. Fireman gloves. Okay, lowest I'm seeing is like 22. Highest is 79.
Wow.
And then carpentry gloves.
If I was a firefighter, I don't think I would want $20 gloves. I think I would want like
Okay. Carpenter gloves though are the heavy duty-ish ones seem to be like on the cheaper end of the fireman glove. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't totally wrong.
Yeah. But I feel like, lots of liability insurance, and then probably they'd all have to sign a waiver that's like, hey, if you break yourself, like, that's not my problem.
Oh, no, absolutely. You need like a million waivers.
Right? If you break you're here to break things, not you. Okay.
Yeah. Also, if you break yourself with you, then we are not responsible. Also, if you go in with a friend and you break your friend, that's definitely responsible. Take it up amongst your party.
I think this would definitely be like a rule of like you can't bring like you just caught your boyfriend cheating. You can't bring him with you.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, like, oh, you brought a friend where it's like, I just got cheated on, or like, hey, my BFF just got cheated on. I'm bringing my BFF and we're gonna break shit. but in the process, one of us accidentally injured the other.
Yes.
Your waiver needs to be like, you will figure it out amongst yourselves, but we are protected from liability here.
And don't break my walls either. Like, you can break all this stuff in there, but like, don't get mad and like break my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the stuff that exists here to be broken, have at it. If you break the actual like property or the business, I have the right to sue you.
And I would probably need some sort of like security footage in every room for that reason too.
Oh yeah, but you're gonna need like bulletproof glass or something around those cameras.
Okay, I love what we're saying. Like, I sometimes have the money to like start this. Also, I just realized my shirt's been on backwards the entire stream. So that's what?
I don't mean this to be insulting, but I do not pay attention to like what my dad wear. Like, I'm staring and being like, I think that's backwards.
I'm just wondering, like, because I keep messing with my shirts. I'm like, why do I feel like something's been stabbing me all day? Oh, because it has.
The tag.
Anyways, how did you do, Anna?
Oh, I did good. I'm stuck on this little part where I'm like describing like my character is hiding and watching a scene playing out, and she's like hiding in this alleyway and she's watching something that's happening, and like there's a horse and carriage that's like maneuvering around, and my beta reader, rightfully so, was like, I like this, but I can't really see visually like what you're describing, like the actual mechanics of this alleyway and what's happening. So I'm like trying to figure that out and resisting the urge to just like, I want to just draw a little diagram and put that in the in the book. It's like one of those moments where pictures work better than words, but I only have words.
But that could be fun. You could post the diagram on social media for a marketing or something.
Be like, for this really confusing part, here's what I meant.
Really funny.
The horse is here and she's over here and they're over there. It's like
what is happening in the scene? I am curious.
Let me go back and see, because it's also been a long time since okay, so she's like this is helpful to see if I can even explain it. She's hiding in this like alleyway, looking down at the end of the alleyway where there's like a loading dock. And this is like 1890s. So there's a horse and a carriage, like a flatbed carriage, because they just unloaded their stuff into the building. And so basically the horse has to turn around and come back down the alley where she's hiding, and then the horse is going to basically get spooked by her as they're passing her. And I don't know if I need to just completely figure out a different way. Basically, she needs to get discovered. So I could do something a lot simpler than that. Which is the decision I'm coming upon, is like, maybe this doesn't work.
I don't think it's that it doesn't work. It's the question of, do you want to make it simpler?
Yeah.
You just said, like, makes sense to me. And I have aphantasia, but it's in a weird way, I'm very good at imagining choreography. But if someone's like, oh, describing like a table or a chair or like a window or something.
Yeah.
Wallpaper, I'm like, you said wallpaper, so I know, like, basically.
Logistically.
That's it. Or it's like, oh, here's the chair. And I'm like, okay. Like, if you say throne, I'll think of something different than like a normal chair. Or if you said desk chair versus like a kitchen chair, like, you know, I might have different concepts. But it's like somewhere you sit. Like, that's as far as the brain goes. But if you're like, oh, this person's hiding in like behind, you know, whatever, or is it looking at stuff and it involves choreography, my brain's very good at coming up with it. So
I wish I could say the same.
My brain is weird. I understand.
So yeah, I may be simplifying that.
Hello, I'm gonna butcher this name, so I do apologize, but Xena, I think.
Welcome.
Watching through Amara's channel, so hello. Let me share the forest room for our fourth and final sprint. Where did I put my phone? There we go. I'm like, it's right in front of me. Where did it go? Story of my life. Zaina. Okay. Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Zara, spelled with a Z. So very cool. My middle name, my Chinese name starts with an X. But it is not. It's pronounced like an SH, so that's really confusing for everyone. Which tree did Anna pick for her second forest spirit? That's what it is. Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
I write it down in advance, and then I was like, okay, but I'm looking in the wrong place to find where it is.
I picked based on colors, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I love it. Okay, I'm hoping I didn't make a typo. If I did, someone will tell me. 5, Echo Kilo, Golf, Romeo Foxtrot, 9, Sierra Golf. It looks correct. Oh, Zaina's middle name is Zara. Cool. That's very, very cool. You're watching on Amara Franklin's channel. We are also simulcasting, streaming on Inimitable Books' YouTube channel, which is Inimitable Books LLC, the same as this username down here. And then that username is also the same on Twitch. And we're trying to get 50 followers on the path to becoming an affiliate over there. So if you have a Twitch, would also appreciate the follow over there. We have a lot of books that you can buy and pre-order at the link above our heads. We have some things you can buy down here. Signed nameplates to put in your copies of books that you've already bought. I also self-published books before I created this company. So you can get the signed copies of those or a book plate from there as well. There's a color changing mug. My hot chocolate is no longer hot, so it went back, but this changes color and reveals a logo. So lots of things on the Ko-fi page, and we also currently have a giveaway going. Amar, if you could drop the link into your chat, because I don't have access to that through it. But this is the link to a giveaway of our first title. The author is signing and annotating a copy, and it will be mailed out to the winner soonish. So yeah, I'm worried that if I open up another tab, Amara, to go to your channel, my computer will crash.
It's okay. I'm opening up. Okay. Oh, it's actually. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Why do I have so many troubles just moving my mouse from my monitor to my computer? Like I can't move things because my brain is broken. Okay.
I think you can type it through StreamYard.
Inimitable. It's .pub/tl. Okay.
Yeah, and the TL are capital, and then everything else is lowercase giveaway. Thank you. Nina, I don't know if you're still here and are planning to enter the forest room. If not, we could also just skip this forest room and just actually start the timer. Regina trying to pull people over to Twitch. Yes, thank you. I think we're gonna start the next sprint at the 27 time zone, wherever you are, just so that we can get the sprint going. So if we don't end up planting this tree, that's okay. How many people have entered this giveaway so far? I'm curious. We have over 2,200 people have entered the giveaway.
Can you
Wow.
talk into the chat thing? Because I typed it in wrong, and that way I can just copy and paste it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The international shipping would not be great for the company. I'm so sorry. The book is available in ebook though, and is available other places. Where do people in Ireland buy their books from? Because I know Waterston's is a British thing, and I know Ireland has a history with Britain. Most of the globe has a history with Britain, let's be real. The title is on Amazon. I don't know specifically about inventory for Amazon Ireland. My publisher portal just says like if it's US, Canada, Britain, and then everything else is just lumped together as international, but there are ways to get the book, and it's also available on audiobook. Yeah. I will say the audiobook files, when they got published by the people who bought the rights to it, there seemed to be some conversion problems because what they sent to me to approve was perfect. And then people who actually bought it through like the different websites said that like the different narrators were at different volumes. So while I do love the audiobook, apparently what people are experiencing having bought it isn't the exact same.
That's disappointing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I need to figure out if there's a way they can fix that. It sounded like they said no, but we're in a contract with them for 7 years, so I'd like them to fix it before
Yeah.
that, so we're not just sitting with 7 years of like, no, can you like please fix this?
Yeah. Be my partner in this, please.
Yeah, like I'd love to point people to this amazing audiobook. You'll get money, the author gets money, the publisher company gets, like, yeah. So
Yeah, you'd think they would want to sell audiobooks.
I don't know. You'd think a lot of things would be true about, behavior, and you're just like, this is good for everyone. Why? Okay. Whatever. It is. It's like when you find out that Netflix threw a crap ton of money at a show, didn't market it once, and then you only find out about the show because an article came out that said X show canceled after one season. It's like, I didn't even know it was made. Like, what?
Yeah.
Ream?
I have not. No.
Is that an audiobook thing or an ebook thing? I'm curious. And then we will start this final sprint. Because I hear ream and I think of ream of paper, but that's like not probably what's applied here. Oh yes, I had heard of it. So I'm a traditional book publisher that's distributed by Simon & Schuster, so I can't do that. But up top, I know you both want traditional publishing as well, but I don't know, could be interesting.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
This would be a cool thing. I want to research to put on the Indie Bookworm, because obviously that website is really designed towards indie authors. So I haven't been great about updating. Like, I'm good about updating the books that get sent and like the information, but I'm trying to get better about actually writing blog posts and working on the newsletter and actually telling people that this website exists. But this would be a good thing for me to look at and explain to people that are indie authors like what it is.
Okay, so there's an article on Medium from February 26, 2023 talking about it. The website itself is called reamstories.com. And then I'm like I guess it's a podcast called The Indie Author, but spelled INDY. They had an episode called Ream and the Creator Economy, and then there's some website called Subscriptions for Authors that is talking about Ream as well. So
Interesting.
sounds interesting. I saw something about scheduling and posting chapters, so it sounds a little bit like Radish. Yeah. It looks a little bit like Wattpad, but it sounds like the intention is more like Radish, where people get paid for their stuff
That's cool.
automatically. Because with Wattpad, you have to be asked to join their like paid thing. So interesting. Definitely interesting. But the subscriptions for authors.com page that showed up in the Google search about Ream, that specific page doesn't work anymore. So this is something else. I don't know. Okay, let's do our final sprint. Please donate to our Ko-fi page or buy something through the Ko-fi page, and add the timer back. And in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. Sorry, was watching a video someone has sent me and lost track of time.
No worries.
Good luck on your exams.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I do not miss that part of school. But I believe in you, Zaina. Hello again. Yes. Let me take down the final sprint thing. Gee, there are some very loud engines in my neighborhood. Muffler, anyone? I mean, in New York, in Manhattan at least, I don't know about the other boroughs, there will randomly be like motorcycle groups just ripping through the streets, like the residential streets, and you're just like, shut up.
Go away.
It's like, we don't care that you're doing it. We care the time you're doing it. Like, this is around the time where like people who have families or people who don't like to stay up super late are like, I'm having dinner in front of my TV and binging Bridgerton or something like that. It's like, this is the exact time that I want to be able to hear what's happening. You couldn't have done this like at any other time of the day.
Yeah.
So how'd you both do?
I wrote 325 words.
Woo.
I know. I'm happy. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get my 5,000 word goal because originally I was planning on writing last night and I just did not. And I have the dance and stuff, but we're staying at my parents' house tonight. So I'm going to bring my computer and hopefully like when the kids go to sleep, I can get some writing done tonight. But I mean, I'm still going to stick with that as my goal. And even if all I get is like 2,000 words for the whole weekend, that's 2,000 more than I had.
That's still excellent.
Yeah, that's still awesome.
Yeah.
I just kept working on that chapter and I'm almost done with it. I'm almost happy with it. I'm just like rereading it a million times to be like, does this make sense?
So did you decide to go something simpler? Or are you sticking with the original idea you had?
I think I figured out that what the issue was is like once she gets to her hiding place, I need to then take that moment to explain the layout of things. So then when things start moving and happening, it's a little clearer because I think I was kind of explaining at the same time that the action was happening. So it's like, whoa, where are we? So I'm hoping that that helps, just taking time to explain what she sees before it starts going wrong.
Yeah.
No, that totally makes sense. I like that.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I think that's probably a good solution. It works out.
I hope so.
I did some more admin stuff finally beyond the bullet journal, but checking my email for something where I had to schedule a meeting with someone. And that was part of they had sent me a video to be like, okay, like here's some stuff that we can cover. I don't know why they chose to send a video versus just like in the text of it, whatever. It was fine. So scheduled that meeting and then was also being like, oh yeah, I have to do some things to prepare for that meeting. So yeah.
Awesome.
Admin. Thank you for everyone who is watching on Inimitable's YouTube channel, Inimitable's Twitch. If you have a Twitch account, even if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please consider following us over on Twitch so we can get closer to becoming an affiliate over there for another source of revenue for the company. Would be much appreciated. And if you're watching on Amara's channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel because our book specific events, like not productivity sprints like this, will always be on there. I haven't decided if they will also be on Twitch. But yeah, so please follow Inimitable on social media. We are Inimitable Books LLC, mostly everywhere except on Twitter. I refuse to call it by its other new stupid name, where we are Inimitable Book, the number 1. Because lengths of usernames and whatever. and also what was available at the time. So thank you for being here. A reminder that Mara is a writer and has a blog, and you should check it out. Focuses on indie authors, really cool. And then Anna, also author, has a YouTube channel. Amara also has a YouTube channel, but yes. So check them out online. They're both lovely people, as you could tell. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which is a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. We have books out. We have other books coming out. The coming out schedule might be having an announcement at some point in the future, so definitely be sure to follow us on social media. And in the meantime, buy our books and maybe donate to the company if you can. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you all on Tuesday. I'm streaming on Tuesday, I believe. Oh no, I'm skipping this week. That's what it is, because there's family over and things like that. So the next stream is the 23rd, but there might be some pop-up streams coming up this week because family is arriving at different times than I initially thought. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.